You guys know about King Henry. You know about all the wives he's had in the hopes of having a son, and just and he was known for gluttony too, uh, for eating a bunch of food and being really fat. And I think his armor, like he made it look like he had a big dick too. So uh, when I look at the Tennessee Titans and their history at London, they haven't won yet, but you just think about it. King Henry, Derrick Henry, just it may be the Titans game. Just all three AFC South teams outside of Jacksonville realistically are just not going to lose. One of these three other teams will have to win, and between those three teams, just I'll have to go with Tennessee to win because I got to see if there's going to be a King Henry tribute for Derrick Henry. And if the Ravens win, then by conclusion, the Bengals should win. If we theorize that they're going to try to keep some of these divisions close. Um, so, with that being said, um, if the Ravens win, then I reckon the Bengals should win. Now, the Bengals should be the Seahawks if it's not rigged. Now, if the Titans win and the Ravens lose, then I'll probably go Seahawks, and maybe a surprise will happen. Maybe Joe Cool beats the 49ers. It's certainly possible. I mean, some results don't make any sense, such as the Chiefs allowing the Jets to cover. Who really cares if they gave the Chiefs the first down that game? The reason why the refs gave the Chiefs the first down that game was because it was rigged for the Chiefs to not win by 12 points. So they took a dive that game. They made it interesting. So refs gave it to the Chiefs at the end. But who cares? Because the Chiefs allowed the Jets to stay in it, and they had no business staying in it. But that's part of the fix. And I think it's Henry that's Camacho 34 and Titans is 34. And maybe the teams are going to be 3-3. And maybe one of the two teams is going to lose next week. Just looking at it, maybe. Henry is Gematria of 34, so that's going to definitely tie into what's going to happen with Tennessee next week. Now, looking at this, I think it's appropriate to see the all-time series between the Titans and the Ravens. I mean, the Ravens are just non-automatic, and now everybody's going to know this. If the Ravens do lose to the Titans, then AFTZ and the Patreon 5 network are going to flip flop and go away from the Ravens because they're all high on the Ravens to make it to the Super Bowl for some reason. All which are very, 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 I mean, from the glimpse of it, I get it with the Jesuits in Maryland, but um, it doesn't always work out that way all the time. But um, all the talk about the Super Bowl on the day of the Vatican's independence. I mean, it's going to tie in the Dak and the Spaeth to keep on going. The ultimate sacrifice, his mom and his brother dying. I mean, all the glory to God for Dak. Yeah, that's what's going to happen on February the 11th. Everyone's going to doubt him. Dak is going to win. He's going to win the Super Bowl. He'll never ever win anything again after this year, but Dak does get the win, and it's all going to happen because of the deaths. It's all going to come back for Dak, and who can really complain if that happens? He deserves it. He needs to win the Super Bowl after what happened with his mom and his brother. The elite saying that, uh, you know, everyone being all sadistic and hoping Dak loses, but then he lost a mom and a bro, so who can really complain if Dak does win? And he's going to give the credit to God after the game is over, I guarantee you, because Dak is a Christian. And so Atlanta and the Titans after this game just Falcons 25. I got to go with King Henry. First game of the day. Early momentum. Let's see, the winners at London were the Jags and the Jags. I think those are the only two games at London. I think. I could be wrong. A series tied at 13. Well, this is not a home or away game. It's a neutral game. That's not really helping, isn't it? Yeah, Kevin Durant's gonna win. His career is following the same scripted pattern as Kobe Bryant. Kevin Durant's gonna win. I mean, Frank Vogel, everyone knows can coach. I mean, you're pretty damn good if you make it to the conference finals with the Indiana Pacers. You're pretty damn good if you can lead the Lakers to the championship after everything that has transpired. All I know is Cowboys can win the scripted Super Bowl. Cowboys can play the sixth scripted playoff game. The game at SoFi in week 6 of the season to complete 6 full weeks of NFL action. To complete 6 full weeks. And there's zero chance of that. Vegas can make money off of the suckers from California. Ravens is a huge psyop. The Patreon Fraud Network is a joke. All I know is to fade the Patreon Fraud Network any day of the week. They're all going to be laughing at Gematria in Baltimore. It's going to make me look bad by association. I mean, maybe look bad by association all of January, but then I didn't see the Chiefs and the Eagle videos before the playoffs began. So it's too bad. It's missed opportunities. We didn't pick the Niners to beat the Chiefs in that Super Bowl. We didn't pick the Bengals to beat the Rams. We don't keep on being completely silly over here. We keep it real. We go by numerology. I tell you, I fade whoever Las Vegas is going to lose money on. I think people are brainwashed. I think they're not really understanding that part of the deal for Vegas is they're going to have a record-breaking playoffs in terms of profits. They're going to celebrate the Super Bowl even before the Super Bowl is being played. You can take that to the bank. That's why the Chiefs will probably keep on winning games. It won't surprise me if they start 8-1 or whatever, because people are going to be psychologically conditioned to go with the Chiefs. And really, that division is over. Chiefs going to win their next 2 games. They're going to play the Dolphins, but they play cupcakes. The Chiefs have to be the top dog. They got to beat everybody. They got to beat the Dolphins. They're going to brainwash people. They're going to say, "Hey, Chiefs beat them by 14 points." I think they'll beat Miami by 13 points. Yeah, he's a first-round draft pick. It's the Falcons. The Falcons, Gematria 40. Need to investigate more on Mr. Evans, his name, Gematria, and all of that. So, yeah, first-round talent, obviously. It's just more depth once Van Der Esch comes back in a few weeks. So Van Der Esch, he's not there for the Philly game, but he does play the second Philly game. And we all know Van Der Esch is a key part in terms of communicating the defensive signals. So that's something that, Brandon Staley sucks. So, Dallas is definitely going to win the next game. But they're going to make excuses. They're going to say, oh, it's the Chargers. They're not going to beat the Eagles, which I did have the Cowboys at 5-3. I'll probably still go with the Eagles to win at Philadelphia. The Cowboys, they can't win on the road. They can't win on the road. And then that's part of the Vegas. Uh, they have no mercy. They got no mercy whatsoever. I watched that game last night. What was going on? I get it. Travis Henry, yeah, playing too much snaps, whatever. Yeah, he got tired. Maybe he should have just not play offense in the second half. They didn't manage his load well, but then, yeah, that had to be rigged. I thought it was just only rigged to shave the points on the spread, but then they end up losing the game. Yeah, Colorado defense, it's just not there yet, but there's no way they should have lost to a team like Stanford like that. They didn't only shave points, they lost the game. You'll wish the Cowboys lose to the Chargers. They're easily gonna win that game. Don't you get it? Dak Prescott's 42, Cowboys 44-2. It's a lock. And who even cares if the Cowboys lose? They're still winning the Super Bowl even if they lose that game. They really always a rigged Fugazi, and the Cowboys are just going to destroy the Eagles the next week. But no, they're going to beat the Chargers. They're going to lose to the Eagles. Then the Cowboys will be 6-3 because their Super Bowl record 6-3. That's how the Cowboys season's going to be. Hell yeah, they're not going to win the first game at Philadelphia, but they're going to win the next game at Dallas. Then they're going to beat them in the playoffs. They're going to beat them in the playoffs. And who's to say that they beat the Lions and they beat the Niners and then they head back home to the NFC Championship game? Cardinals, they beat the Falcons. Then they beat the Panthers on the road. Then they went right back home to host the NFC Championship game. So that's still a possibility for the Cowboys to end up hosting an NFC Championship game, depending on what the scenarios are as far as seeding goes and all of that. But the Niners will get the number one seed because you're in the net red, Joe Public. That's what the Chiefs and the Niners represent. Tyreek Hill is a fifth rounder. Mahomes is a 23-5 light path. The AFC title streak ends at 5. The Chiefs are one and done in the divisional round. Miami for the upset. It'll be interesting to see what their record is entering the Eagles game. I mean, city of Glendale is Camacho 81. The Chiefs going to start 8-1. They'll probably end up losing 3 games. Chiefs will probably finish 13-4. They're going to lose to Tua, number 13. Or 13-4, or something like that. Or 14 wins. And that's Camacho 14. No, well, you mean Eagles get the number one seed and not the 49ers. I think that's what you mean. The number one seed's between the Eagles and the Niners because the Cowboys supposed to get playoff win number 40 from 36 to 40. Exactly 40 months after Dak's injury against the Giants. Giants equals 40. All I know is that the Cowboys start to season is scripted. If they really wanted to, they could have easily been undefeated. But all I know is it's all scripted for the Cowboys to win game number 40 and not get the number one seed. That is exactly what is happening in front of our face. And the Monday Night Football game is completely rigged and scripted, so everybody is watching on Monday hoping the Cowboys season ends. Las Vegas can't ask for any better outcome. The NFL scriptwriters can't ask for any better outcome. The public loses interest in the Monday Night Football game if the Cowboys are dominant, but instead they're being all gleeful in the defeat of the Cowboys, and they're really going to be interested in that Monday Night Football game. So yeah, they win with that. Seahawks is 24, so if the Steelers are on the bye, I guess. If the Ravens lose, then it'll be rigged for the Bengals to lose. Seattle's the 12th man. Joe's Camacho 12. So I suppose the Titans will win, and this will mean the division stays close then the Bengals will lose and push shocker against the 49ers. How about that? You see, it's not about who deserves it more. That's not how it works. It's how the NFL plays with fans' emotions. Well, we deserve it more. This is how you're gonna bet the house on the Super Bowl. All I have to say is caveat emptor. You got to study numerology. I know why Allen is a 15-6 light path. It's simply game over. Simply game over. They make the Super Bowl at Vegas, and Vegas is gonna celebrate the Super Bowl with record-breaking profits. The Bills will probably dominate whoever they play in AFC title game, just to predict. Bills will probably win by 21 points or something like that in the AFC Championship game. Won't surprise me if they do. This means they really are a slaughterhouse on the day of the Super Bowl. Really, they are. I've seen players sell out on the day of the Super Bowl. Players on the Broncos sold out. A Seahawks guy was signaling, to miss the tackle in the Super Bowl 48. Seahawks defense sold out. Atlanta sold out. Play callers sold out. They threw the ball. They didn't run the ball. They didn't, do any of that. So teams and players and coaches, they're going to script the game and give the league whatever outcome they have scripted it out to be. So it doesn't matter. If the Patriots get the number one pick, they're going to win Super Bowl 61. Vegas is losers. They'll never win until the bomb is gone. Mark Davis. Uh, Simple as that. Vegas Raiders suck. So the Ravens can't go for 6-1 against the Detroit Lions. They did improve to 4-1 last week. Instead, they're 3-2. King Henry going to go off. How many touchdowns does Derrick Henry have? $86 carries like Las Vegas. Rushing touchdowns, rushing regular season, postseason included. Okay, he's at 84. Let's see. Okay. So Lamar Jackson, let's go Ryan Tannehill. Let's see. Lamar could go for loss number 19. His next loss after the Titans. Titans is Camacho 20. 20 losses entering the game. Titans is 20 and Camacho. London's Camacho 74. He's 7-3 against the AFC South. It's football, that's 83, but 7-4 against the AFC South. London's Camacho 74. I'll probably go with the King Henry ritual. Let's see, King Henry the Eighth. That's the famous Henry I was talking about at the beginning of the video. Lamar Jackson 7-4 against the AFC South. London's Camacho 74. He's 1-2 against the Titans. It could be 4 games and 1 win against the Titans, like Baltimore having Camacho 41 because he's 1-1 regular season. He lost to them in the postseason. Let's see. Baltimore Ravens Camacho 81. I think I remember this because Kyler Murray's scripted injury in return is going to sync up with Super Bowl 59. The Cardinals 8-1 start too. Baltimore Ravens dating all the way back 2021. Okay, he's at 81 wins right now. His 74th win on a Sunday, Ryan Tannehill. So Lamar can fall to 7-4 against AFC South. Tannehill can improve to 7-3 on Sunday. It's looking pretty good. If he throws a touchdown first instead of an interception, it'd be 7 touchdowns and 4 interceptions against the Ravens, like the Gamache of London. So, yeah, probably be the Titans. Probably be the Titans. Yep. Then this will be a good indicator for the Bengals Seahawks game later on in the day. Let's take a look at Joe Burrow. If Joe Burrow falls to 8-6 against the NFC, Las Vegas is Camacho 86. He'd be heading to the Bay Area with the 8-6 record when he faces off against the 49ers. Bay Area is Camacho 86. So I think we'll see a rigged game there. They have no business of losing to the Seahawks, but it may be coded by the numbers to be 2-4, especially if the Titans win. Since he's Camacho 54, Geno Smith can prove that 5-4 against the AFC North. So that's where we get the scripted 2-4 for Cincinnati. The 49ers Camacho 43 with 2 straight wins. They can be 4-3. If they're 3-4 after the Niners game, Niners Camacho 34. So we'll see where this goes. Maybe Seahawks Bengals all time series record. The Bengals lead 7-5 at home. Okay, Geno Smith. Smith is Camacho 24. They might lose that game. Cardinals are not winning. They have zero chance of winning the game. This team is not winning. You'll lose on the Cardinals. Stop. Dobbs just Camacho 15. Rams just Camacho 15. He's going to lose the game. Cardinals are taking. There's no, now they're saying he's not ready to be back yet. What happened to week 5? Now they're saying he's not ready to be back. They ain't got no chance. Ain't got no chance. Yeah, this Washington quarterback, he's a flame out. Yep, Falcons gonna win that one. If you're saying the Giants, you're probably talking about the spread. But the Bills defense gonna murder the Giants. Have you seen the Giants play? Buffalo after a loss? Gonna be incentivized, motivated? Bills gonna destroy the Giants. They should. There's no way the Bills are gonna lose the game though. I think Jets Eagles will be close. If the Eagles lose this week, they'll probably lose against the Vikings, the Niners. I think Jets will keep it close. That's probably a national broadcast game, anyways. That game's probably gonna be close. It's a good story for the Jets if they win that game. So I won't be surprised if the Jets win that game. Yeah, Joe Cool's gonna have to lead a comeback. I mean, everything else, like the Cowboys. I mean, yeah, Jets definitely on the spread. I'll probably take them on the money line too. Rams to win. We'll see if it's close or not, but there's no James Conner. We'll see how the undrafted running back from TCU does. Dobbs, they're starting to figure him out. The opposing defenses. He threw 2 interceptions last week. His interception streak ended. They've got film on Josh Dobbs. Teams now, the Bengals, I think, have pieced together the disguises and coverages to confuse Josh Dobbs. I mean, Washington ain't got no quarterback. Might as well jump into the the Caleb Williams sweepstakes. Might as well. Falcons are actually pretty good. They're not a team of nobodies. They're actually pretty good. I get the feeling the Seahawks Bengals could be a scripted game for Seattle. We'll see about Gardner Minshew, but probably Jags. The Saints gonna win. That means Texans will lose to the Panthers. Dolphins will probably keep on blowing teams out until they face off against the Eagles. But the first real team they played was Buffalo. They got destroyed. So, yep, another winning week. Here we go. Congrats to the Cowboys on the 4-2 Super Bowl on the 42nd day. These other teams are not 4-2. Only team that's 4-2 out of all these teams win 5-0, 6-0 is the Dallas Cowboys at their national broadcast game at the site of the last NFC winner to win the Super Bowl, which is the LA Rams, who won at SoFi. This game is at SoFi against the LA Chargers. That's the way of the Illuminati telling you that, hey, Dallas Cowboys about to win. Las Vegas is gonna make record-breaking profits this January. The best way to do it is to play people's emotions with the Cowboys and get them to be all high and tripping on the 49ers and the Chiefs, which is the mind control tactics they are using to brainwash and manipulate the public. And they will psychologically condition the public to take every favorite out there the media is out there saying. And that does not include the Dallas Cowboys. And when the Lions keep on winning and winning and winning, the setup, the Cowboys matchup, public can be murdered on the Detroit Lions. Everyone here was saying the 49ers were winning. I remember. I remember everyone was saying the Eagles are going to win. I do remember. I do remember. The Chiefs are not favorites. Everybody had the Bengals beating them last year, even the NFL's own polls. So, no, they didn't have the Chiefs. They didn't. They didn't have the Chiefs during the playoffs, before the playoffs. They did not. The Chiefs were not a favorite last year. They were not. You can tell yourself that all you want, but the empirical proof is there. Over 60% had the Bengals. This year they're the favorite because people are just going to want the easy way in. But it's not going to happen. Stop being bandwagon. It's saying, oh, they don't have a wide receiver, but then they win. It's like everyone's going to think the Chiefs are going to win, but that's just not how it works. Wherever the public goes, I fade them. I fade everyone who had Buffalo last year. I'm going to fade everyone who had Kansas City win this year. Public just doesn't understand. They are being manipulated by the media in Las Vegas. The script that the NFL sends over to Las Vegas. They lost on the Bengals. They lost on the 49ers. Well, here in this network, they lost on the Bucs. Yeah, that's why the Chiefs, Niners, Eagles are all going to lose. Las Vegas is happy. Then everyone's going to try to make it back on Buffalo. That is the plan. They're going to execute it to perfection.